Hi everyone, it's Mia from Rose Nails by Marissa Coombs, and in this video we've already done an overlay on this finger in a different video, and on this video we're going to do an extension with the SBD London coloured builder gels. Now I'm just going in with a coat of rubber base. For the purposes of this video, this is my husband's hands and I have not prepped his nails at all apart from pushing the cuticles back. I've not nipped anything, I've not taken off the surface shine, I haven't done any of that purely because we're going to take the enhancement straight off again because I don't think my husband would forgive me if I left them on. But obviously if you were doing these on a client, then you would do your normal prep work, you would buff off the surface shine, do any cuticle work you were doing, and obviously carry on like that. But for this video, please excuse the state of my husband's hands. He was just being my guinea pig. So right, go in with a nice thin layer of rubber base and make sure you're capping the free edge. And when that's all done, get your client to put that in the lamp for 60 seconds. And now, while that's curing, just look at these gorgeous nail forms from SBD London. They're so holographic. I love them. I love them so much. Right, we're going to pop out the middle bit and rip this open, and I'm going to give it a little roll in between my thumbs just to get a bit of C curve going on. And also, because my husband has quite flat nails, or he has quite a flat nail on this nail, I'm just going to pop the tab at the back just a little bit, just to flatten it off a little bit, and then just roll that bit in between my thumbs as well. And I'm just going to close the end of the form and have the rest of the form open and ready for when my husband's finger comes out of the lamp. So that rubber base is all cured and we're going to pop our form on. Now, as you can see, my husband has got a bit of a slanty, wonky nail, but luckily the forms fit really, really well still. So now the form's all put on, I'm just going to close it all up. Now, if you're doing a shorter extension, I generally like to pinch it like here. See how that sort of gets the C curve much tighter if you're doing a shorter extension. So rather than have the whole form open right till the end, which is unnecessary if you're doing a small extension like this, I just like to pinch it in a bit. So right, we're going to use the turquoise builder. This is quite a sort of sheer, see-through-y sort of turquoise. So if it goes on thin, it doesn't have like a huge amount of colour to it, but as you sort of build it up, it's a really pretty turquoise. So right, I'm going to go on at the free edge and just make sure that all that product is sort of butted up to the free edge really nicely so that it's all attached from where you're going to put your enhancement and your extension length, and then where it's going to be on the natural nail. So after I've just sort of butted that up to the free edge, making sure that there's product attaching everything, I'm just going to go over with a thin layer on the natural nail. As I said, look, with a thin layer on it, it's quite sort of sheer, and then as you sort of build up the layer and the colour, it comes more intense. So I'm not going to do a massively long extension on my husband. He's not going to be a fan of that. It has happened before when I've been practicing, but we're not doing that today. I'm just going to go to sort of a 1 or a 2, just doing a little sort of short square extension on him, which I'm sure he will not want to keep. Bless him, he is a diamond for letting me do all this. He's very understanding. When work's got to be done, I need a hand. So right, I'm just going to make sure that I've got enough product joining the natural nail plate to the enhanced length, and I'm going to get him to pop that in the lamp for 60 seconds. And then I'm going to go back in and do a slip layer, which is just a thin layer of the builder over the whole enhancement, because then when you go in with your bigger bead on top of the wet slip layer, the gel wants to stick to where other gel is. So having this slip layer down means that it will naturally flow and self-level into this slip layer, and you'll end up with a nice enhancement. So I've put that slip layer down, so I'm just going to come in with a bigger bead of builder gel. Now this is where I do generally prefer to use like a gel in a pot rather than a builder gel, just because it's like I just find it easier than getting out of a bottle. But I do find this builder gel comes off really, really easily. I've used builders before that are really super gloopy, and I've literally thrown away bottles of builder knowing that there's half a bottle in there, but even after wiggling it upside down, it's not come out. Anyway, so I've put my blob of builder in the sort of roughly at the back third where I want my apex to be, and then I'm just horseshoeing that gel down, making sure I keep contact with the gel at all times. And if you want, you can get your client to pop their finger upside down like you can do. So once that's been in the lamp for 60 seconds and you've removed the form, you can cleanse away that sticky layer and then start your filing routine. I apologise, my filing routine is a little bit haphazard in this video because I have a rather large camera stand right in front of me that I kept hitting my hand on. As I said before, this is quite a sheer product when it's applied thinly, so as I'm filing you'll notice it becomes quite sort of see-through and sheer along the side walls where I'm getting that product thinner, so it does sort of look like that I've filed away all the product, but rest assured there is product there, it's just thinner than the rest of it, if that makes sense. So you're going to go over and do your normal filing routine of side walls, cuticle area, and then contouring the whole nail down, although I was doing this really, really wonky, but we'll ignore that. And always make sure you're sort of checking down the barrel of the nail. I do think I showed checking down the barrel of the nail on this video. I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did. So you can sort of see the thinness that I have given to the enhancement. You don't need it to be massively thick. I wouldn't necessarily... Sorry, I've gone out of shot there. I wouldn't necessarily do massively long extensions. Oh, here we go, look, so you can see down the barrel of the nail, it's nice and thin, it's about credit card thickness, but it's got a nice apex on it. So see just how on the edges there you can just about see my husband's sort of natural free edge through it, but there is product there, it's just thinner, that's just where I've thinned it. So I'm just going to give that a little bit of a buff, just making sure it's all nice and smooth, because obviously we're not going to be using any polish on these today. I'm just showing you how to actually extend and add length. So I'm just going to go with my SBD London Tempering Top Coat, which is one of my favourite top coats ever. And I'm just going to finish off with the nice glossy top coat on this nice short extension. So builder gels are blimmin' ideal if you've got a client that is growing their natural nails and they come in and they've just split like just one of them, then you can just build it up with builder gel and give the length with that gel instead of sort of giving them an entire massively long acrylic or whatever extension. It's just really handy, especially if you're overlaying the other nails anyway. So I'm just going to finish off with the SBD London Cuticle Oil. This is in scent Tutti Frutti and it smells really, really, really good. So this is the overlaid nail, which I will show you in another video, and this is the extended nail, all finished and done. So I hope these have been useful for you. I'm just going to show you, if I can get my husband to turn his finger, it's got a nice apex on it. It's not like a crazy high apex for the length of it. It's just really, really nice. So I hope you found this useful, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!